want to make sure everybody can see and everybody can hear, so we want everyone to sit on your bottoms if you have one. And not your knees, please. That way everybody can see and everybody can hear. And today we're going to talk about safety, and we're here today with the fire department, so we should give them a nice round of applause today for bringing the show. And today we're going to talk about fire safety, and some of the things we're going to talk about could save your life, or a family member's life, or a friend's life, so it's important to pay attention. But we're going to do it in kind of a fun way. We're going to do some magic up here while we're talking about safety. So you have to watch with your eyes and listen with your ears and not to talk to your neighbor, because if you turn around to talk to somebody, you might miss something magical, and we don't want that to happen. So before we do some magic today, we're going to have a little exercise. So all the boys and girls put their hands above their head and hit them together really fast. Faster, 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 Good. Now that's called applause, and that's what we want you to do every time you see something magical happen. So if you're ready to start the show, everybody do this really fast, and that will start the show. Music, please. Thank you very much. But the real magic is to think about your safety, not just today and tomorrow, every day to think about your safety and the safety of other people. And I brought some pictures along today to help us learn a little bit more about being safe. Now this is a picture of a box of matches, and whether it's a box of matches or a cigarette lighter, they're tools to be used for adults only and not to be played with by boys and girls, because just a spark from a match or a cigarette lighter could start a real dangerous fire. So it's important not to play with matches or cigarette lighters, because they are really dangerous. This is a picture of an electric plug, but there's something wrong with this plug because the wires inside are showing through, and that could start a real dangerous electrical fire. Could start the rug on fire or furniture on fire, and we don't want anybody to get hurt. So if you have a plug like this at home, have your family change it as quickly as they possibly can, and that way you'll be safe and your family will be safe too. This is a picture of an electric space heater, and every year boys and girls take their hats and gloves and mittens and place them on top of an electric space heater and just walk away from the area, and it starts a very dangerous fire. So we should always keep things at least 3 or 4 feet away from a space heater or any type of heater, as a matter of fact. And if you're leaving the house for the day, and if you have a space heater that looks like this is electric, just like this one, just have your family unplug it so your homes will be safe when you're away for the day. This is a picture of a wood stove, and whether it's a wood stove or a fireplace, it's always important to remember that we should never have a fire around unless there's an adult to supervise to make sure that it doesn't get out of control. We should never have a fire unless there's an adult around to make sure that we're safe. And every year in the kitchen, boys and girls get hurt because they knock over the pans in the kitchen when someone is cooking. So we should tell our family members when they're cooking to turn the pot handles in towards the stove, and that way we don't knock them off and no one gets hurt. And that's really important. That's something you can tell your family tonight that you learned about today. This picture here is a picture of a microwave oven. And we use this to cook our food sometimes, but it also could be dangerous. We should never put metal pans or tin foil inside a microwave oven because that could start a dangerous fire. And way down here, this last one, this one is a picture of a gasoline can. And even if it has just a little gasoline in it, the fumes could start a dangerous fire. Should tell our family to store these outside in a garage or inside a shed, never in the house, the cellar, or the attic, because that's really dangerous. Well, those are some very important things that you can tell your family tonight when you go home, and maybe they'll have some of these things around that you could teach them about today. Well, now that we talked about that, the board the cards were in is completely empty. So we're going to turn it right around, just like that. And it also has 7 numbers on the back, 1 through 7. And I thought maybe we could spell something today with your help by magic, because I have a big deck of cards. This big deck of cards has letters of the alphabet, it has pictures, and it also has some blank cards in here somewhere. So we're going to see if we can spell something today with your help by magic. So we're going to shuffle these cards up, and we're going to see if we can spell something about what I just talked about by magic today. So let's see here. We need somebody to pick a number. So this young man right in the front, just pick a number from 1 to 7. What number would you like? Number 4. All right, we're going to take a card, and we'll place it right there at number 4, just like that. Maybe we'll spell something, maybe we won't. Let's see here. This young lady over here, what number would you like? 6, number 6. All right, we'll take a card and place it right there at number 6, and we'll just mix these cards up again. Let's see, way back in the last row back there, that young man way back there, the gray shirt, what number would you like? 7, way down there. All right, we'll take a card and place it right there at number 7, and let's see, that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, and number 5. This young lady in the front, what number would you like?
3.
Number 3. All right, we'll take a card and place it right there at number 3. That leaves us with 1 and 2 and number 5. Let's see here. That young lady right in the middle right there. Yes, what number would you like?
2.
Number 2. All right, we'll place a card right there. And that was number 2. That leaves us with number 1 and number 5. Let's see. This young lady right in the front row. What number would you like? Number 1. All right, we'll take a card and we'll place it right there at number 1. And that leaves us with only 1 number left. Let's see. This young lady right here in the second row. Would you like number 5 or number 5? Excellent choice. Very good. All right, good. Very good. All right, good. Well, let's see. Did we do it? I hope so. Let's see. Oh, good, good, good. So if we follow our safety rules, like remembering to tell our family some of the things we talked about today, and that we don't play with matches or cigarette lighters, amazing things can happen. Amazing things indeed, because then you could have a safe house. Very good. Give yourself a round of applause. You did a good job. Good. Amazing. Well, not only at home do you have to think about safety, but sometimes you have to think about safety at school too, especially when you have a fire drill. Now there's 3 very important rules to follow during a fire drill. Like this little piece of rope here kind of reminds me to line up and be quiet during a fire drill and not to push or shove people. It's really the wrong thing to do. So to line up and be quiet during a fire drill is very important information. And this medium-sized piece of rope, that reminds me to follow emergency instructions. Because even though you think you know the right way out of the school, the right way out of the building because you've done it before, if it was a real fire, a real emergency, they might change directions pretty fast. So it's important to follow emergency instructions. And this real long piece of rope, that kind of reminds me to stay outside of the school until everybody is accounted for. Don't go back into the school for anything whatsoever. Stay outside until the fire department, the teachers, and principal tell you that it's safe to go back inside. Well, some boys and girls think different thoughts. Some people think the real small piece of rope to line up and be quiet is important. Some people think the medium one to follow emergency instructions is important. And some people think the real long one to stay outside is important. But actually, they're all equally as important as each other. And now they're all the same exact length. So when you're on the way out for a fire drill, always remember to line up and be quiet and to follow emergency instructions. Because if there was a real fire, a real emergency, then you could get out of the school in one piece, just like magic. Very good. Hands up. Very good. Well, let's see. I need somebody who's really brave today and not afraid of anything in the entire world. Are you brave, Mr. Commander? Are you brave? All right, you come on up here. All right?
Steven.
Steven. And Steven, how old are you, Steven?
6.
6 years old. Are you married? No, all right. Well, Steven, I got you up here today because, you know, firefighters, they kind of do a special kind of magic because they help us out many times during the day. Sometimes we don't even know when they're helping us out, but they do it all the time. So, Steven, I thought today I would let you become a firefighter today. Is that all right with you? Good. Now, Steven, you know when you're a firefighter, you have to wear a uniform and you have to dress pretty fast for emergencies. Did you bring a uniform today? No. Well, I brought one. We have to make you look like a firefighter, and we have to do it pretty fast. Just a second, Steven. Let's see here. Oh, yes, I have it right like this. Very good. Steven, head through there. Very good. Arms to the sleeves. Very good, Steven. Very good. Very good. Steven, now you look like a firefighter, except something is missing. Oh, yes, a hat. Let's see, Steven. Now, Steven, you look like a firefighter, so hold your hand up just like this, spread your fingers far apart. Very good, everybody wave to Firefighter Steven. Way back, Steven. Very good. Good, Steven. Your hat's making a lot of noise, and it doesn't fit very good, so we'll get rid of it. All right, now, Steven, now, in just a minute, Steven, you're going to put out a fire. Actually, fires would be dangerous to have in school, so we're going to make a Hangar Chief disappear by magic, and you're going to do all the magic yourself. But now, Steven, now that you're a firefighter, Steven, you have to make sure people follow safe rules, right, Steven? Right. So, let's see, Steven, I brought some pictures along today to help us out. Steven, this is a picture of a fire hydrant, right? Now, we should always let our family know never park in front of a fire hydrant because it's really dangerous. Because if the fire trucks and the fire department had to get close to a fire and there was a car in front of the fire hydrant, they wouldn't be able to get to it. Right, firefighters, Steven? Right. And, Steven, this is a rescue box. Sometimes you see these in front of shopping malls, but we should never call a false alarm into the fire department. It's dangerous to the firefighters and to the people on the streets, too. Right, firefighter Steven? Right, very good. And, Steven, this is an exit sign. Always a good way to know a way out of a building. And we should always look for these signs whenever we go into a room. That way we know how to get out in case of an emergency. Right, firefighter Steven? Good. And, Steven, this is my favorite thing. This is a smoke detector. It saves lives. And we shouldn't take the batteries out of these and put them in toys or radios because that's really dangerous. You always keep the batteries inside the smoke detector and check them once a month to make sure they're working. Right, firefighter Steven? Right. And, Steven, my favorite sign looks just like you. A firefighter, that's right. Now, firefighters help us out all the time, so I'm going to talk about the firefighter later on, Steven. So I'm going to place him right there, just like that. Now, Steven, those are all very important things that we should remember, especially about the smoke detector. Don't take the batteries out. Right, firefighter Steven? Good. Now, Steven, comes the part of the show where you're going to make a Hangar Chief disappear. So, Steven, I want you to take the Hangar Chief just like that. Very good. And, Steven, I want you to tell your audience, say, here we have a Hangar Chief.
Here we have a Hangar Chief.
Tell them we're going to make it disappear. We're going to make it disappear.
We're going to make it disappear.
To see how you make the Hangar Chief disappear because, Steven, it's a magical secret. And we're going to take the Hangar Chief and we're going to roll it up just like this so it fits inside the tube and we're going to place it in there just like that. We're going to cover it up, Steven, so when the Hangar Chief disappears, you will be the only one that knows how it works. Did you bring a magic wand? You brought one? No, you didn't bring. I brought one. Let's see. Do I have one? Good, good, good. Now, Steven, I want you to take the magic wand. I will hold the tube. You wave the wand at the tube and say Abracadabra. But don't forget to say Abracadabra, Steven, because without that, it's not going to work, all right? So you take the wand, I will hold the tube. And then by magic, Steven, that Hangar Chief will completely disappear, all right? But don't forget to say Abracadabra. That's really important, all right? You won't forget that, will you? Okay, good. All right, Steven, there's the wand. You hold it good and tight. I will take it. Because the magic will begin. There's the Hangar Chief. There's the tube. Watch carefully now, because Steven will take the wand. He will wave it over the tube, and the Hangar Chief will... Steven, I give you a wand, you give me a worm. What does this say? Oh, I see. You just have to tighten it up. There. There you go. All right, Steven, I got it now. Very good. You got it good. Carefully now. Because the magic will... Steven, you're making me nervous. Whoa. Steve, wait a minute, Steve. We could use this fan. All right, we'll take the fan and we'll wave it at the tube and say Abracadabra, and that will make the handkerchief disappear. All right, so you take the fan, hold it just like that. Very good, just like that. Very good, just like that. And I will hold it. Watch carefully now, because Steven will take the fan and he will... Can you wiggle your fingers? Let me see that. Oh, good. They don't fall off. Good. All right, now. Good. Now, you know, Steven, when you are a magician, you have to practice your magic trick to make sure you can do it right. So we have to practice on something. But let's see. Everything in this room is too far away to practice on. I got it. Steven, wiggle your fingers at that firefighter sign there. Just like that. Say Abracadabra. All right, that should work now, Steven. Here we go. That was good practice. There's the handkerchief. There's the tube. Wiggle your fingers. Very good. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the handkerchief has completely disappeared. Take it out, Steven. Steven, that didn't work, did it? Oh, you know what? That was my fault. That wasn't your fault. I gave you the wrong thing to do, that wiggling the finger stuff. That only works once. Doesn't work twice. Uh-oh. Did we practice once? Yes, I said practice, didn't I? I said, where did you practice in front of? Oh, no. Wait a minute. Did you wiggle your fingers in front of this sign? You did. Did I tell you that? I didn't, did I? No, I didn't. Did I? No. Steven, what did you do? Steven made the firefighter disappear. Oh, that's pretty magical. We'll give him a round of applause. Was just a picture of a firefighter. I can get another picture of a firefighter. That's no big deal, Steven. But you know what, Steven? You know, I'm just glad that there's firefighters around to help us out whenever we need their help. And you did a real good job. But Steven, I really don't have time right now to do the thing with the handkerchief. But you know what, Steven? Maybe next time, that's exactly what we could do. Would be the disappearing handkerchief trick, because that's what I really want to do. But I don't have time now to do it. So you know what we're going to do? Steven, I think that's pretty magical now, because every time the boys and girls see a firefighter, they're going to remember their friend Steven, who made one appear on a handkerchief. And Steven did a great job. Give him a nice round of applause. Steven did an excellent job, and maybe one day Steven will become a firefighter. It's a real nice job, helping people out. Well, you know, speaking of that, I brought a friend of mine today, and he really wants to be a firefighter, and I told him I would bring him to the school, and Firefighter Martin and Firefighter Glenn said, Bob, if he could answer just one question right out of 3, they're going to let him ride the fire truck, because that's all he ever talks about is riding on a fire truck and helping out the fire department. So I thought I'd bring him to the school. Now, if he gets the answer right, we'll give him a round of applause. If he gets it wrong, I will ask you the question and see if you can get it right. He's a little nervous about coming out here. His name is Spark. I'll be right back. Just a second. There you go, right? There you go, nice and easy, right? There you go. Sit there and be nice and quiet, too. Don't do anything until I say it. You understand? Good. All right. This is a friend of mine. And yes, take the hat off. You don't wear a hat in school. This is a friend of mine. This is a dragon. Dragon! You! Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm over here. You. Excuse me. You're the dragon. I'm the dragon. You're the dragon. I'm the dragon. You're the dragon. No. Yes. You're the dragon. Oh, who are they? They're boys and girls. Toys and turtles. No. No, they're boys and girls. Oh, you see the ladies over there? Yeah, you know what they are? Tired. No. No, teachers. Oh, yeah. Now, I know that you want to be a firefighter. Yeah. Now, I was talking to Firefighter Glenn. He's over there. And Firefighter Martin's over there. And they told me that they would let you ride the fire truck if you get one question right out of 3. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yeah, that's what they said. Oh, stop. All right. Don't kiss him. All right, now, but you have to get one question right. Now, 1 out of 3, that's pretty good odds, okay? So, I'll tell you what, if you don't get the question right, I'll ask them the question. If you get it right, we'll give you a round of applause. If they get it right, we'll give them a round of applause. Ew. Okay, so are you ready? Yeah? All right, now listen carefully. Here is question number 1. Number 1. All right, let's say you're home alone. You're home alone. No, you're home alone. You're home alone? No. I'll try it a different way. I'm home alone. I'm home alone. Now, you're in the front room. Now, in the kitchen, you smell smoke. Now, you think there might be a fire. Uh-oh. So, what group of people would you call for help? Ghostbusters. No. You're in the front room, you smell smoke in the kitchen, you think there might be a fire, you have to call somebody really fast, so who do you call for help? Batman. No. I'll ask them, what group of people should he call for help? Just say it. The fire department is right. Give yourself a round of applause. Very good. Spark, they have 1 right. You have 0. Ew. They know to call the fire department. If they think there's a fire emergency, they can call for help. Ew. So they have 1 right. You have 0. Ew. So here is question number 2. Number 2. What number would you call for that emergency? 72. No, I'll tell you what. I'll be fair about this. I will give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. You gonna hit me? No. No, I said I'll give you a hint. It has a 99111. 911. What is that? 11? No. What number is it? That's right. Give yourself a round of applause. Very good. 911. Very good. See, they know the emergency number. They should only call it for an emergency, but that's an important number to remember. 911. Very good. They have 2 right. You have 0. Ew. Spark, this is your last chance. You have to get this one right in order to ride the fire truck. What's the matter? I can't hear you. Easier. Easier? Easier than those two questions. To call the fire department to know 911. Those were both easy questions. Spark, back up. All right, I'll try to think. Okay, all right. Here is question number 3. Number 3. What would you do? What would you do if your clothes caught on fire? Yeah. Right. What's the matter? I know this one. You do? Yeah, really? Yeah. Too bad. I'm going to ask them first. No! All right, I'll be fair. All right, Spark, what would you do if your clothes caught on fire? Stop, drop, and roll. Yeah, is that right? Yeah! Give them a round of applause. Very good, very good. Spark, you got it right. That's right. You stop right where you are, you drop to the ground and roll around, and that will put out the fire. That is an excellent answer. Very good. So now you're going to ride the fire truck. Oh, stop. Good. So see, now that is important, to call 911 and to stop, drop, and roll. Those are good things to know about. Yeah, you got to stop, drop, and roll. Yeah, yeah. Stop, drop, and roll. Are you done? No? Yeah. So that's good. Stop, drop, and roll. Is there a problem? That's my favorite song. Your favorite song? Yeah? You want to sing it? All right. I'll let you sing your song, and the boys and girls can help you out because they can sing along. It's really simple. Hit it, guys. I'll do a good job. All right, don't sing too loud. Here we go. If your clothes are on fire and you don't know what to do. If your clothes are on fire and you don't know what to do. Then remember my words and Spark will give you this clue. Here we go. I said, stop, drop, and roll. Sing it. Stop, drop, and roll. Here we go. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. It can save your life if you remember what to do. Very good, very good. If you listen to Spark, then you can't go wrong. If you remember my words, then you can't go wrong. Just 3 little words that make up my safe song. Here we go. I said, stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. It'll save your life if you remember what to do. Very good, Spark. You did a good job. If your clothes are on fire and you don't know what to do. If your clothes caught fire and you don't know what to do. Then remember my words and Spark will give you this clue. Here we go, one more time. I said, stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. It'll save your life if you remember what to do. Very good, Spark. You did a good job. I said, stop, drop, and roll. All right, you're done, all right? Stop, drop, and roll. That's it, Spark, all right? Stop, drop, and roll. Oh, you're finished, Spark. Stop, drop, and roll. My song is over. Stop, drop, and roll. Okay, Spark, that's enough. Stop, drop, and roll. I'll give Spark a round of applause. He did a really good job. Very good. Take him out. Spark, excellent job. Very good. And we should give the fire department a nice round of applause today for bringing the show here. And you did an excellent job. Now, we want everybody to stay right where you are till your teacher tells you to leave today. But before I go today, it's time for me to tell all the boys and girls how I did all the magic tricks that you saw here today. And here's how I did every single magic trick. It was really simple to do all of this magic because I learned it all in school from my teacher. Because my teacher showed me how to read when I was in the 2nd grade. I went to the library and got hundreds of books all about magic and magicians and learned by uncovering the secrets from the books inside the library. There's amazing things you can do when you read a book and when you learn in school. We hope you enjoyed our show today. We want everybody to stay right where you are till your teacher tells you to leave. Have a real nice day and a safe school year. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank Bob, Carroll, and Spark for doing a great job of the program today. A round of applause for them. Okay, I'd just like to thank you for being a great audience. You're very good listeners, and we appreciate that, okay? Thanks for coming to the show. We'll see you again soon.